Well, that's good, and we'll send the fan. I think I got the fan here in the studio, the Beyonce fan. You can't see it because my hair doesn't move, but it's here. I can feel it.
Yeah. I love that for you. Let's get into NBA.
Paolo Banchero, he needs to summon a little more magic to keep their season alive. He has been doing his part. I mean, utterly impressive in his first playoffs, coming off that 39-point performance. But Donovan Mitchell, he has valuable experience in these Game 6s. He averages 36 points in these games. That's the most by any player who's been there at least twice. The Magic, the Cavs, we're counting you down on ESPN.
Welcome to NBA Countdown, presented by Hennessy.
Hey, welcome inside our Los Angeles studios alongside the one and only Stephen A. Smith, the Hall of Famer Michael Wilbon, back with us again, the architect of the four-time champion Golden State Warriors.
Did you miss us?
Bob Myers. That's all right.
Not as much.
You kind of get used to it around that. But you'd miss him if he wasn't here. We have a double dip, right, of Game 6s tonight. But as the Cavs, the Mavs, they're going to look to advance. We're going to start our show with the fallout from one team that is already eliminated, and that is the Los Angeles Lakers, because they have fired Darvin Ham after 2 seasons as head coach. Ham had a regular season record, remember, of 90-74 with the Los Angeles Lakers. In the postseason, LA went 9-12 under Ham, with, of course, the most recent loss at the hands of the Denver Nuggets. So now joining us on NBA Countdown, the man. All right, it's time to get you out to Orlando. Richard Jefferson, Cassidy Hubbard, Ryan Ruocco have the
elimination game.
We'll see you in just a little bit. The best.
Well, thanks a lot, Malika. The fans filing into Kia Center in Orlando, Florida. An elimination game. The Cavaliers a 3-2 series edge on the Magic. A festive atmosphere as we take a look at our Eastern Conference playoff bracket. We know Indiana, New York will play their game 1 Monday night. Boston awaits the winner of the Cavs and the Magic as we welcome you to NBA Courtside, presented by Pronamel. Donovan Mitchell trying to deliver the Cavaliers their first non-LeBron playoff series win since 1993, and young Paolo Banchero trying to keep the Magic alive. As we say hello, Ryan Ruocco alongside Richard Jefferson. So happy to be with you this Friday night on ESPN. Richard, back and forth series up to this point. So the question is, how did we get here?
We got here in spectacular fashion. Game 1 and 2, the veteran team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the home team, they hit first, winning in a very impressive way. But the NBA community knows young players and role players, they all play better at home. And that's exactly what happened in Game 3 and 4 for Orlando. The Magic young core came out and blew out the Cleveland Cavaliers. But the margins are close. Game 5 was the closest game yet, and it's getting like it's going to be the closest one yet here in Game 6.
Yeah, we're excited for everything to come tonight. For a little more on the young Magic, here's Cassidy Hubbard.
Yeah, guys, the pressure is on this young Magic team to keep their season alive, but all but 4 players on Orlando are facing their first postseason elimination game in their NBA careers, including their top 3 scorers, which are all under the age of 22. But the only member of the team over 30, Joe Ingles, says the young thing is just a cop-out, an easy excuse to make. Well, Paolo Banchero wasn't making any excuses, telling me their inexperience could have been a factor for the first 2 games, but now by Game 6, we all know what we need to do to win this game. Meanwhile, Donovan Mitchell, who is playing in his 50th career playoff game, is not making any excuses either, telling me this Magic team is not your typical group of young guys. They are ready for the moment, and just because he's played in 6 closeout games, he says it's just something to fall back on, and he needs to give the proper respect to them and the game to get the job done today. Ryan, RJ?
All right, Cassidy, we are moving closer to the start of action. Game 6 between Orlando and Cleveland. The Cavs a 3-2 series edge. Malika and the studio crew get you further ready in a moment.
NBA Courtside on ESPN is presented by new Pronamel Repair Mouthwash. Actively repairs enamel beyond brushing alone.
Richard Jefferson and Cassidy Hubbard.
Well, thanks a lot, Malika. Paolo Banchero and the Magic making final preparations as they look to stay alive in this first round series. Meanwhile, Evan Mobley, his assistant coach Luke Walton, looking to end things tonight. How do we get here? Well, the Cavaliers cleaned up at home, taking a 2-0 lead with 2 convincing victories, but the Magic stormed back. A Game 3 blowout, a Game 4 comeback, and then a tight Game 5 with Evan Mobley's block. The difference. We'll have lineups and tip of Game 6 next.
NBA First Round is presented by ESPN Bet, the official sportsbook of ESPN. And in part by Google Pixel, the only phone engineered by Google.
Metro! I'm not your average baller. I came to win it all.
Blocked by Mobley, one of the best in the world.
We've been in a lot of clutch moments before. I think our guys are built for these moments.
I heard that it was time for you to lay it on the line, do or die, early sunrise.
The crowd giving the Magic a standing ovation. Love this young team.
We're going to take care of home court, and if we want to win and move on, we're going to have to win here. Force it to a Game 7.
I'm not your average
you guys were phenomenal keeping yourselves together.
That's all I care about is us winning.
You got to go down there and handle business.
We welcome you to the NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel. It's the first round presented by ESPN Bet. The Magic, the Cavs, Game 6 about to get underway. Cleveland, the 3-2 series lead as we take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Modelo. The Cavs once again will be without Jared Allen, so they go one big Evan Mobley, but Marcus Morris Sr. slides into the starting lineup rather than Isaac Okoro. That's who had started in Game 5. Meanwhile, for Orlando, they do not have Gary Harris, so Jonathan Isaac slides back into the starting lineup. And the Magic starting lineup is just massive. When you look at their pure size, they have 4 players in their starting lineup now that are at least 6'10". The first team to have a lineup like that in the last 50 playoffs.
They are extremely long. And when you talk about the double big lineup for Cleveland, yes, adding Morris in, that allows for more shooting, more spacing. That's the difference between him and Okoro. And so when I look at this Cleveland team, yeah, no Jared Allen. The floor is going to be open. It's going to be spaced, but they're going to have to rebound with this monster team that's in Orlando.
Another thing that the Cavs experienced in Game 5, they want to see more of tonight, is a fast start from Darius Garland. They like the aggression that they got from Garland after he had really been muted offensively the first 4 games of this series. His teammates have tried to drive that aggression home for him, want him to get out of the gates the same way he did in Game 5 when he had 17 first quarter points. Let's listen in to crew chief Mark Davis before the tip.
Junior! Hey, let me find the center. Let me find the square. You know, I don't say when it goes up, so hold on.
He doesn't say when it goes up, it just goes up. Here we go, Game 6 of this best of 7 first round.